So this is the definition of IR system. It is nothing but a software application. It is going to match the particular phrase or a word what we are looking for from the system. It is a process of removing offensive, inappropriate and explicit words or phrase from the audio data. With the help of web search engine, it is possible to have or retrieve the information from the web server. Dear students, welcome to Computer Science classes. I am Ravi Kumar KR, lecturer in Computer Science, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. Students, let us start discussion about the applications of AI. So, in this session, let us see what is IR or information retrieval and speech recognition. These are two different applications of AI system. Now, let us start with what is IR or information retrieval. Now, we know what is information in general. It is a data. So, what is information retrieval? Retrieval in the sense how to access the data. Very simple example is when you are browsing for any information in the net. So, here we will get the information or the sources from different websites through web browsing. That is one of the example for information retrieval. So let us see what are all different examples for retrieval or different types of information retrieval and what it involves through AI system. Now let us see the definition of this. So it is defined as it is a software program that deals with organization, storage, retrieval and evaluation of the information from document repositories, particularly textual information. So this is information retrieval. So the user has to get the information from the repository, means from the storage media. It can be of different types of information. So repository is nothing but the important data of any organization. So it can retrieval of information is possible from different repository, and what is it? It also involves storing the data, information, retrieval and evaluation of the information, means about the content of the information and particularly with respect to textual information. So this is the definition of IR system. It is nothing but a software application. Now, it is the activity of obtaining the material that can usually be documented on unstructured nature. Usually, text which is satisfy the information need from within the large collections which is stored on computer. So we are getting the information or we can fetch the data, we can retrieval, information can be retrieved from the computer or which are stored in a computer. And generally, it is obtaining the information from unstructured data or in general, the documented which are stored in a repository. It may not be structured data, it may be a unstructured data. The information, it has to be retrieved in such a way that users can understand and it will be beneficial to the user. So that is why we are using IR system or applications of AI. Example is, it can be information retrieval can be when users enters a query into the system. It is not only, I give example like to get the information through websites and also maybe query in the form of question and answer. So there are different methods of getting information or information retrieval can be done with the help of AI system. See, this is the concept of information retrieval. Now, let us see what are the key steps or what are the steps involving in information retrieval or IR. So, here first step is document collection. Collection of document is gathered and prepared for retrieval. So, it is obviously that any information has to be retrieved So some data should be available or document has to be collected or nothing but data collection or document collection. From that particular database, we can retrieve different types of information and what the user looking for, those information can be retrieved from the collection of data or documentation. Next one is indexing. What is indexing? The documents are indexed and organized for efficient retrieval. So what is indexing? And a very good example is if you look at the any index page of your textbook. If you look at the textbook and study material, they are given the maybe chapter number 1, chapter number name and the page number. And again chapter number 2, name of the chapter and the page number. So by looking at the index, the page number, it is possible for us to get into particular page or particular chapter in a textbook. Similarly, that is the concept of indexing here. So any information or the data or the documentation or document, it will be indexed and organized for efficient retrieval. Next one is query processing. What is query processing? User queries are tokenized, stemmed and processed for matching. See, these are all different processing takes place inside this IR system. So query processing, what is the meaning of query processing? The input given by the user, it is a sort of query. So it has to be replied through the system. So that is called query processing. That is the query. And next one is matching, ranking and scoring. Here the system matches the query terms with the indexed documents and assigns relevant score for that. So any information we get from the system, it will be assigned a relevant score for each and every documentation. So as we have seen that here, the document will be available in the database or in a system. It will be indexed for easy access or easy retrieval, and it is going to match the particular phrase or a word what we are looking for from the system. And next one is retrieval. Next is retrieval. The documents are retrieved based on the relevance score. Here each and every documentation in the database or in the document collection, so it will be having the score. So based on that is going to retrieve the information from the data set or from the database. Next one is presentation. What is presentation? The retrieved documents are presented to the user. So we know that already the database, we have different types of data or information stored. So the information retrieved from the system, it has to be in with the good presentation, or it has to present to the user in such a way that the user must understand the data clearly. That's the meaning of presentation. Then relevance feedback. So user feedback may be used to improve the relevance of future searches. So what's the meaning of feedback here? No, generally we know that what is a feedback. So based on the feedback, so it is possible to improve the system. Generally, the main purpose of feedback in different category and different organization is to improve their system. So through the feedback, they will come to know what is the present system or whether it will be useful to the user or not. So based on this feedback system, it is possible to get it will be to improve the service or information retrieval system. Evaluation. Next one is evaluation. Evaluation metrics measures the effectiveness of the information retrieval system. Again, nothing but a sort of feedback. See here, you may come across different examples where you may have to give the score between 1 to 10 for any type of services. So it based on the number, maybe from 0 to 10, they're going to have different evaluation system or different metrics. So based on that, they can improve the system and they can have very effective system. Next one is personalization. So it's provide more relevant results based on the user preference. It's going to provide the exact information what the user looking for through this IR system. These are all the different steps involving in information retrieval. So if we see from the different points once again, document collection, indexing, query processing, matching, ranking and scoring, retrieval, presentation, relevance feedback, evaluation, and personalization. All these are different steps involving in information retrieval system. Now let us see what are all different types of information retrieval system. That's what I told you in the beginning. One of the example is web search engine. With the help of web search engine, it is possible to have or retrieve the information from the web server. That is one type of information retrieval. Another type is digital library. You know what is a digital library? I mean, it focuses on organizing and retrieving scholarly resources such as research papers, journals and articles and books. It is possible to access this. That is nothing but digital libraries. Means we are accessing information through our mobile systems, through our laptop, or maybe through our desktop, or we say in general electronically. So that is nothing but digital libraries. Next one is enterprise search. Enterprise search. So what is enterprise search here? The systems are designed to help organizations retrieve internal documents and data, allowing for more efficient collaboration, knowledge sharing, and decision making. See, this is applications are using in enterprise network or in the field of business or different enterprises. So this is one of the application or different another form of data retrieval. Next one is multimedia retrieval system. Means if we talk about multimedia retrieval system, here retrieving information or multimedia content such images, audio and videos. These are all another type of information retrieval in the form of or multimedia content. These are all different forms of information retrieval. Next one is question answering system. Next one is question answering system. So it is aimed to find accurate answer to the user's queries, retrieve the information from the various sources. So it is another type of system or applications normally you might have come across while using in mobile applications. So if you have any problem with any of the services, directly you can log into or you can particular website or you can use particular application or app in your mobile so that they may try to solve your problem by asking questions or through question answering system. Geographic information system means so it is possible to get the information about a particular geographic location. Means so within one system, one location, it is possible to get the information about other locations globally, geographically. That is another type of information retrieval. Now, these systems allow users to search for location-based information. Location-based information, then analyze geographic data and make informed decisions based on retrieved information. This is another type of information. This is information based on the location-based information and geographically data and make informed decisions based on information. Cross language information. Next application is another type of data is cross language information retrieval. Means the information retrieval system enables users to access information in different languages. So it is possible to get the information or retrieve the information in our different languages or our convenient languages. This is cross language information retrieval system. Now we'll move on to next applications or next concept, that is speech recognition. So this is another application of AI system or artificial intelligence. What is speech recognition? It is also an automatic speech recognition, ASR, speech to text and computer speech recognition is a technology that enables computer to recognize and convert spoken language into text. See, these are the few examples you may come across while using our mobile system. Whenever we would like to send a message, a text message, we can send it through a voice message. All these are possible with the help of speech recognition. So it is a system. So it is possible to have automatic speech recognition. And here speech to text, it is one of the application. And computer speech recognition is also all these are different applications of or the processing involving in speech recognition. So it uses AI system and machine learning models to accurately identify and transcribe different accents and dialects and speech pattern. So here again it is a part of AI system. It uses AI system as well as machine learning. So machine learning system and use different models or different algorithms or is going to generate different models based on different types of information or different types of input or the environment and is going to provide accurately identify and transcribe the different accents and also speech pattern. See, speech pattern, everything is nothing but different models. So the AI system is going to develop its own model by looking at or based on the different environment. So this is speech recognition is one of the another applications of AI system. Now, what are the features of speech recognition or what are steps involving in this? So let us see what are all different features available in speech recognition system. So let us say first one is audio pre-processing. So one is audio pre-processing. So after you have obtained the raw audio signal from the input devices, you need to pre-process it to improve the quality of the speech input by removing the unwanted disturbances or reducing noise. This is the first step, this is audio processing. And here audio in the form of input or in the form of speech or in the form of voice. See, whatever the input it receives through a different devices, maybe a microphone or speaker, whatever it is. So it has to be pre-processed. It has to be pre-processed because it is the raw data. It is a raw data or nothing but a raw signal. It has a pre-processed so that it's going to reduce or remove the unwanted noise, other disturbances from the input signal. That is audio pre-processing. Next one is feature extraction. So here is a stage converts the pre-processed audio signal into more informative representation. So in the first step, it is a raw data. It has to be pre-processed in audio pre-processing. Next one is feature extraction is, so it is one more step or one more process. So to improve the output of this step or it's going to improve our input signal or raw signal from the different devices. Next one is language model weighting, this next process. So it gives more weight to certain words and phrases such as product references in audio and voice signals. This makes those keywords more likely to be recognized in a subsequent speech by speech recognition system. So this is one of the important step here or a stage. It is nothing but language modeling weighting here means is going to look for a particular keyword. So here it is possible to identify different frequently used keywords or different words here. Through this is going to improve the system. So it is possible to identify the subsequent speech by speech recognition with the help of these keywords. So these keywords can be name of the product or some other references. This is language model weighting. Next one is acoustic modeling. Acoustic modeling, it enables speech recognizers to capture, distinguish phonetic units within a speech signal. Acoustic models are trained on large data sets containing the speech samples from diverse set of speakers with different accents and speaking styles and background. See, this is main step. So acoustic modeling. So what is the meaning of this? So whatever the speech input we get it here, it is going to distinguish the phonetics in English language. Maybe within the speech, everything is going to separate it, distinguish it from the input signal what we get from the previous stage, and it has to be distinguished with different concepts of a language. For example, maybe phonetics. With the help of this, is going to segregate it, is going to clean the data. And here, this system is trained with a large database sets. Is contained with a different types of data and speech samples such as diverse set of speakers. I mean, we talk about the input maybe in different types of speakers, maybe different languages, different accents, and speaking style as well as background. So next one is acoustic modeling is going to separate the input signals based on different concepts here. Next one is speaker labeling. It enables speech recognition applications to identify multiple speakers in audio recording. Multiple speakers in audio recording. It assigns unique labels to each speaker in audio recording, allowing the identification of which speaker was speaking at any given time. So this is nothing but, you might have heard it, the input may be in different system. See, if you take an example like any music concert, if you look into that, there may be more number of speakers or more number of microphones. So it is going to label it, I mean, what type of data is coming or what type of signal is coming from which speaker or which microphone, everything are labeling here. That is the meaning of speaker labeling, and is going to identify the different types of signals coming from which part of or which speakers. That is the meaning of speaker labeling. Next one is profanity filtering. It is a process of removing offensive, inappropriate, and explicit words or phrase from the audio data. So this is a type of filter to clean the data or input signal. So this is the different concept of speech recognition. To summarize this, the speech recognition, it is a system or applications of AI system. It involves so many stages, starting with audio processing and feature extraction, language model weighting, and acoustic modeling, speaker labeling, and profanity filtering. So all these are different stages involving in speech recognition. So in this session, we have discussed about the different applications of AI, that is NLP, text classification, and speech recognition. We are in all the system, we are using AI system. Let us continue our discussion in my next class. Thank you so much.